one. Like, set
So
up.
we globe trotting right now. Let's
Yeah,
globe trot.
basically.
Let's globe trot because I just threw this one in there too. Hey,
Ooh,
wham bam. Thank you, Mel.
there you go.
The names, it's some classic names on this that I just couldn't resist it. We don't have to spend too much time here, but if you're looking down at the bottom and you see them names, these are household names. If you follow
Yeah.
UFC, these are nostalgic names. And, Kevin Holland is the gift that keeps on giving. Like, he's just,
that boy, a crash dummy.
Leon Edwards,
Heavy.
Jan Blachowicz. Come on, y'all. And these are names like that's the carrot on the stick, and Dana's just putting them out there to take these L's. But as long as they're fighting and taking these checks and getting paid, hey,
Yeah,
this will be a Saturday night, or this is a London event, right?
Saturday afternoon. Evening. Afternoon.
Oh wow! So you can start in the morning with Kambosos, afternoon head over to London for the UFC, and in the evening finish up in Vegas. You're talking about a 24-hour span right here.
You see what I'm saying?
Because that's wild. Because you got to be up early. You're gonna be up at midnight for Frandura and up at 5 a.m. for Kambosos.
It's March Madness, baby.
Yeah,
March Madness.
With that little sprinkle in there.
March Madness.
Yeah.
Sit down.
You just go sit down in Caesar's Palace. And you just,
yeah. Well, living the life doing that is just all day.
Exactly.
Bro, looking at this and the history of Leon Edwards and what he's done in the UFC, that famous kick to Usman, that ended his winning streak is ridiculous. And you just said people like Jan Blachowicz, legend. And then you talk about Kevin Holland. This guy is the most active. I think he fought since there's a stat that is going out there. Maybe fact check me. He's fought 30 times ever since COVID hit, like 2020, or something like that. But he's been the guy who Dana White calls up, like, "Yo, we need you to fight."
Man, that's Johnny, man. Johnny just show up to work.
Yeah, like he'll go out there and fight. 2 weeks, a week. Somebody didn't make weight, do this in shape. He's gonna be a legend too. I mean, yes, he does get losses here and there, but my guy Kevin Holland stays active, which is something to respect.
Sure. And this is the perfect segue. I'm glad that I came up on this. And we talk about a lot. We talk a lot about how the UFC fighters are compensated. And but people like Kevin Holland, I know Dana got to be throwing a little something underneath the table, like, hey, you
got another deal somewhere, right?
They need to be like contract incentives, like, yo, you fight this many times, you get this bonus.
Yeah, man, because he ran that man to the ground.
I kind of exaggerated it, but this is it. He's fought 20 fights ever since 20. Like, that's ridiculous activity.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's 4 or 5 fights a year.
4 or 5, and that's UFC, because UFC they rest a little bit more because, man, the trauma it's insane.
Yeah,
he's from Texas too. I think Houston.
Kevin Holland, aka the Mercenary,
and he's hilarious, bro. There's a famous story of him saving somebody's life and beating the brakes off a guy who pulled a gun on him. I guess in the news. You remember that, like, a few years ago? Like, some guy was trying to rob him and they robbed the wrong guy. You don't rob, because he's a martial artist, like, by trade. He's a striker. He's not like he's not a wrestler. He grew up doing martial arts.
Yeah. So imagine that somebody's coming at you aggressively with a pew pew. And the whole thing of karate is using their force against them.
Yeah, they beat the wrist. Like,
Well, break the wrist,
bro. Hit a move on you in a street fight.
like water.
Yeah,
Break the wrist.
Yeah, it's in the news. He beat the brakes out of the guy with the gun. I'm like, dude, you're a UFC
he
fighter. You should not be fighting people with
He
guns.
probably took his own hand and beat him with his own hand. Like,
Right.
that's what I do. That's what I do to my nephew. My nephew run up to me and punch me like, "Are you gonna punch me? All right, now you gonna punch you."
When you train like that, you hit it with that grown man strength.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's why you have to tell these YNs. You be like, yo, if you see somebody with cauliflower ears, approach them, give them this. Don't come near contact trying to, put whatever they call it, a blicky next to their body, like, yo, give it up. Nah.
You better shoot at range.
Yeah, right. You see the cauliflower ear, you see a dude that, like I tell people, if you ever see a dude double jab, don't fight him. He knows something. Somebody does a double jab just in air, just double jab and a cross, they know something. Because average people don't know what that means. If you see somebody double jabbing, evict the fight immediately. Just say, hey, I could buy you a beer. Let's
You know
go.
what? I thought you was somebody else.
Yeah, you know.
Right. You know what?
You look like him, but
Hey, I'm a regular civilian, man. I had one of those liquor carriage, and I thought I would just, but I think I chose the wrong one. Like, you just have to just say, my apologies. And if it's my girl who caused that show, I'm like, yo, she's wrong for that. We'll correct that. We'll correct that. She needs to. Yeah. See how diplomacy right there.
you're right.
Cauliflower ear and a double jab. Don't get into fights with those people. And people with beat up shoes. No.
They shoes look like they the bar back at the nightclub.
Hey,
That's the shooter right there. You don't want
typically those are beat up black Air Force.
Oh yeah, the black.
Yeah, typically for whatever reason, worn.
Leaning to the side. You don't want them. That's a problem right there. All right.
Uh-oh. Moving right along from UFC fight night / afternoon / morning. Whatever time, wherever you are in the world.